Do you have a name?
It's an episodic point-and-click interactive drama, developed and published by Telltale and Skybound Games. It's based in the world of Robert Kirkman's Walking Dead comic, and it tells the final part of Clementine's story as she finally finds a place that could be safe to raise her adopted son.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
The story and writing of the main characters is stellar as always. The voice acting is outstanding. Clementine as a person feels like she reaches an apex in her development. The game calls back to elements throughout the whole saga, and even now you are made to consider your decisions, and they feel like they carry genuine weight. There is extremely limited real gameplay and is mostly dialogue choices. The rare controllable action segments are frustrating and poorly implemented. The game repeats a lot of beats from previous entries. Some characters feel somewhat throwaway, and some of the backstory to events is pretty poorly explained. After 7 years and 4 seasons, Telltale's The Walking Dead finally comes to an end, and while it feels like a loss, I think it has told all the story it can without becoming stale, and has ended on an ideal note with our protagonist Clementine completing her growth from a naive young girl to a strong young woman, tasked with caring for the next generation like Lee before her. While the game does have its issues, doubling down a lot of the time on those from previous seasons, like annoying action sequences and tedious search for room tasks, the storytelling and character drama are done as great as always, and really that's what we're actually here for. Unfortunately, the game's development and episodic release was hampered by the abrupt closing of Telltale itself, threatening to leave the series unresolved. Thankfully, Robert Kirkman's own video game company, Skybound, picks up the rights and gave us an ending that was suitably impactful but satisfying, giving not only the story but the series as a whole a sense of completion and homecoming, as the final game was guided to its conclusion by The Walking Dead's original creator. It's true that a story like this would be very difficult to end satisfactorily, what with the world being decimated and the zombie apocalypse ongoing, but at the end of the day the zombie plague is never more than a setting, with the real focus being on the characters and their struggle, and I think that the game concludes the story in the best way it possibly could have, by completing the story arc to the character we have seen grow and develop. It could be that now this series is a Skybound property, we could see more of it in the future, but part of me hopes that we don't, because the final season, as its name suggests, carries a deep sense of finality, one that I was ultimately happy with, and for a Walking Dead game to leave me feeling happy? That's probably the biggest and most unexpected twist of them all.